Okay, I'm trying to find the perfect way to word this video without coming across judgmental. And the way I do that, with the way I make my content, you guys, I keep recording videos. I delete them after watching them a couple times and feeling, if anything makes me feel unsettled, uncomfortable, if it feels manic, like manic chatter. Have you ever heard someone just ramble and go on? I do that a lot because I get excited, okay? I get really excited to talk about stuff. And also, I couldn't post the video from last night because of that. Do you hear that? She was doing raspberries. She kept turning her movie up. Oh my gosh, yeah. Anyway, I think I have it sorted. I might trail off a little bit. I always do. But in regards to some girl making videos on TikTok about me, you know which, you know what? With the old content, I could see how someone says that, but out of fear, people do not want to touch spiritual stuff. Out of fear of demons, people don't want to play with crystals or tarot. And you know what is wrong with that? These things are meant to be transparent in what you need to heal. These things bring forward problems and trauma. And when we are a perpetual victim, we see those things as evil. We see our own demons as evil. And someone trying to show us that is evil because it's negative. But the thing about being spiritual and trusting in God, Allah, whoever you believe in, whatever source of energy you believe in, the label, that is what they want you to do. To try and tell someone, oh, you need God, you need to pray more, when that is something we all probably already do. We just don't broadcast it and tell people we're preaching to the load and doing right by God, you know? Those people are scared of and ashamed. Those people are scared and ashamed of being seen in anything other than purity because of the things they did previously. The shame drives these people to shame others in the form of helping. That's where a lot of people get religion, spirituality wrong. You can do religion however the frick you want, but something that religion does is it teaches them shame, okay? It teaches them that us healing a natural and organic way is evil because people don't want to face their own demons. Does that make sense? Like, I hope I'm not sounding too crazy. I always sound crazy anyway. But yeah, shatter the shame by getting rid of your trauma demons, the skeletons in your closet, the memories from childhood that were not good. Like, a lot of the people who go into trying to preach Bible study to others, they were absolutely the most chaotic people I've ever seen in my life. Like, the stuff they did, I was one of them. That's why I say that. Because I'm going to tell you my little path about how I ended up overcoming it. I humbled myself. I told myself, hey, like, I'm not a prophet. I'm not a preacher. And me thinking I'm going to help people by sharing, do this, do that. This is what this means. It is such an egotistical approach when we just need to all be balanced together. We can dabble in whatever path we want as long as you stay in your own lane. We're not racing other people's races, you know? We're not building other people's houses. We always say, oh, other people's opinions about me don't influence me, but then we hand other people our opinions. We're showing our ass to these people, wondering why we are perceived as bad when we are giving unsolicited advice. I say we because this was me like a few years ago. You can see it on my channel. I keep those old videos up because I'm going to refer to them a lot, and I do know that people entering this journey, this is nothing bad. This is good when you see someone jumping in to trying to help others and spreading the knowledge that they've learned, spreading their curiosities, okay? Let's shift our mindset about making fun of baby spiritual beginners, you know? No one's a beginner because we were there at this point. We just kind of stepped into it a little early, like we were pushed into it earlier. Does that make sense? There are people out there criticizing the things we do, but doing the same things in a different way and not doing it all the way to the bottom of the barrel, you know? There's people who are doing everything they can to avoid hitting the deep darkness of what it means to absolutely shatter the image that was put on you by our economy, our programming, schooling, big pharma. Yeah, but I won't lie, I was gonna actually do this video as you are not a preacher, like that's the theme I was gonna go on, but the only way these people are gonna learn that we are not preachers, we are not leaders, we are not guides, no one is actually Jesus, there's no physical God, because God is the whole universe, the existence and the electric energy we send out through our thought, our spirit, and our actions. It is the Mother Earth. Do you see the catastrophes happening in the world? God's angry because we're all hurting and we're all angry. It's a tornado inside of so many people in this world, and we are just totally blaming it on, what is it, global warming? I feel like it's global shitting, okay? It's just shitting out there. It's not, there's no, I'm sorry. I'm getting too far into it, okay? But yeah, does that make sense? Like, all of us are trying to bring heaven to earth. Heaven is a mindset, it's a vibration. Hell is a vibration. Demons are trauma. Demons are energy sent out by other people. We are energy. Do you ever get that electric shock when you rub something too hard? You create friction. Verbally, mentally, emotionally, physically, you're creating fiction every day. And we're so surprised when it comes back to shock us, okay? Do you see how, like, this sounds weird, it might be off topic, but it feels like it coincides with this topic? Everything evolves, except humans. Physically, they age, okay? Animals too, they're kind of built like us. They age, okay? Insects evolve. They have a very quick life too, because they're meant for a very specific reason. They do it, they die, another one comes back. Us, we have a very long lifespan. It is the most testing. I'd rather be a fucking caterpillar, okay? They have the lifespan of what, 2 days? I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know how long bugs live. But they have the shortest task on earth. Like, can you imagine, like, learning all your lessons as a human, not being shitty or acknowledging the shit you did, and being able to move forward and find peace? For me, I have a long ways to go. I have a lot of people who don't like me because of the things I did in the past. I am the consequences of my actions, okay? I was abused extremely. I talk about it in some of my old videos. Like, I was abused probably right from the time I was just a little girl. Physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, sexually, I don't know how to say it. All of it. Right from when I was a little girl. I've come to peace with it. So there's no reason for anybody to comment about it. I don't like other people feeling pity for me, and that's something I need to heal, okay? That's something I need to evolve in my cocoon. But anyway, humans eventually are going to get tired of the lessons they have to learn. This is the longest school year of my life, okay? It's been 34 years, and like this weekend has been 34 years. What? Oh, please, God. I know I still have lots to do too, because I am breaking cycles for a lot of people. And I'm not saying this egotistically. I have a little tribe that is waiting for me to be A1. And my biggest accomplishment is breaking the cycle of abusing drugs and alcohol in my bloodline, okay? The children after me will not see or experience that, because none of the people I had children with are into drinking or drugs either. Well, I really fucked up with the first two. they still dabble in stuff and whatever else. And I know why, because fuck, it sucks feeling yourself, you know? It sucks feeling your life in your body and you can't escape it. You don't know how to. You're around people who are just dead emotionally and just want you to buck up and get it done, exist and work, okay? Stop crying. That's the environment those people were raised around, and it makes me so sad. But I've evolved past people like that, so I no longer attract people like that. Do you understand how we're like all kind of intermingled with each other, the way I'm explaining it? You meet people who, when it feels, how do I word this without sounding mean? Because it's not mean, it's just when I say things bluntly, people take offense. We meet people when it's time for that module. We are each other's module. If you can't work past that energy with that person, that situation, that mindset with that person, that problem, you're going to keep meeting them. For me, I have a lot of exes that I perceived as, and I hate to say it, but a project. I was like, hey, I got to get better with this person. I would continuously try to get better, but these people would find ways to control me. Like one ex, he would take my phone to work with him and I wouldn't be able to contact anybody. I wanted to call my dad so bad. This was like a few months before my dad died when he started doing this. I wanted to call people for help and I couldn't. The only way that person let me out, and I feel like this was divinely guided, I'll share another story about that relationship without talking about his energy. I want to analyze myself in that relationship and help you guys break it down. How I got out of a narcissistic situation. I don't think he's a narcissist. I think the tendencies were narcissistic, okay? That's a really ugly word to throw around. I don't use it lightly, okay? I would continuously try and work on myself with that person. He told me, get better, do this, do that. I would try, but nothing was ever good enough. My money was always an asset. He was always asking me for money. I never really seen it until after I left, okay? But the thing that happened when we broke up, it was a big explosion. My dad died. I was telling my brother, like, this guy I'm with, like, keeps cheating. I feel like deleting myself. And then I think my brother knew it was serious because he's never heard me talk like that before. So they all called the cops and the ambulance, and that is the day that I broke out of the shell, the jail cell, the shell of concrete, like, because I felt trapped and I didn't really know how to navigate myself. I was trying to stay corporate, everything. I was trying to stay with the simulation. I was fighting really hard to fit in and I couldn't. It was like something just plucked me the fuck out of there and made me do this. It was after my dad died too, and my dad really wanted me to follow his path. So maybe he has something to do with that. I totally believe in that shit. I'm Aboriginal. It definitely goes in line with our beliefs. So after that, CPS got involved. They put a restraining order on him. He wasn't allowed to see the kids. They moved us an hour away from him. He kept telling, his family kept telling when we were in the hospital, when they were trying to help me by getting me out of there and getting the kids back to me. Even the ambulance people were like, we know him. We didn't know he was like this, but we believe her. Please take her serious. Like, thank you. They were friends with this guy that was doing this to me. That's the crazy part. I was like, they believe me? No one ever believes me. No one believed me because he seemed like he is a good guy. I just brought something out of him that he didn't like. You know? I wanted him to be emotional and he didn't want to be emotional. But anyway, moving forward, those people did everything they could to tear my life apart, and they did. I do feel like that was a destiny swap situation because this guy has called himself a warlock. I'm sharing this story just to show you how I ended up becoming what my channel started as. Soon after all of that happened, He stole the things my dad gave me, family heirlooms. He sold them, gave them away. All of his mom and dad were resellers. They would go find cheap shit. They would resell it. They took my dad's trailer and they were trying to use it and keep it. They were charging me rent for having it on their property. But my brother found out they were actually using it. They told my brother, hey, we need time to unhaul this stuff. My brother was like, we're taking my dad's trailer. And none of my stuff was in it that they said. He said that it was all their things that they use for these flea market things, farmers market things. I do believe I experienced destiny swapping, and that's why I had to get out of handing my energy out to people. That's kind of off topic from this video. I hope that these stories help you guys. I want to share how fucked up my life was with you, just so you can find structure in your journey, okay? There is a rhyme and a reason, and it's not for you to be in pain all the time. It's for you to break through that feeling pain all the time, you know? I don't really know how to word it. I see all these other channels talking about chosen one and stuff, and I'm not mocking them. I do watch them because some of the messages is just good advice. Some of it is just good advice on how to behave, how to act. Like, be resilient, don't say anything, stay quiet, watch what they're doing, don't respond to what they're doing, okay? Like, when people are interacting with you, watch what people do when they interact with you. Don't respond, don't accept it, don't eat food from people. Like, all this stuff, I just listen to the advice, okay? But when someone's called a chosen one, when people call themselves a chosen one, I find it eerie. I'm like, are you healing the wound where no one chose you when you were little? Because I feel like that's where a lot of these people come from. They go on this spiel about how they're a victim of these people, but then they're chosen. You're not a victim when you're meant to help. You overcome that label. You take it over, and you make other people feel like victims just by fucking existing. There's people who call us evil because of the things we overcame. There's people who still attack us and have nightmares about us. They're not even crossing our mind. It's the crazy part to me is no one crosses my mind and I get called a witch. I'm sorry that put it on. Put it on. You're welcome, baby. There's a reason you are so unbothered after everything that's happened, because it's your biggest protection. Your biggest protection is saying, fuck it, I don't care. Say what you want about me. You shit on me for like a decade. What's different today? It's like I have the biggest hater fan club ever. And you know what? I hate to say it, but the same way these people talk about me, I go and read comments on celebrities and stuff. I'm not saying I'm anything equivalent to a celebrity. Trust, I am not. I am a loner who hangs out with my kids and wants to hang out with just wants to be home, okay? They find every little personal jab to go against these people, and the celebrity's not even acknowledging them. And they're getting richer. I'm not saying they're not evil. I don't know how you can hypnotize that many people to give you that much money for your voice when, yeah. I have so many stories. Sorry, I just had a new idea for a video. I'm like, I actually want to talk about that. For now, for the next, I don't know how long I'm going to feel drawn to just chit-chatting with you guys about shit. But I know some of you don't believe in prayer. At least listen to empowering affirmations. Listen to something in your environment that is loud and proud about protecting you, okay? And something I will say is, in the spirituality, I was almost drawn, because I kept seeing videos about it, Hecate and Lilith. They kept showing up on my TikTok, and Witch Talk almost got me there. And then I had a dream about being smacked into the Netherlands for even dabbling in that idea, so I said no. My dreams talk to me so much. Yeah, your dreams will tell you a lot. If you're dreaming negative things, just Google what it means. Don't share your visions with people, because if it's the person you're having the vision about, you're sharing it with them, that energy is gonna be amplified. Does that make sense? It's like, yeah, it's like Stevie Nicks said. Was it Stevie Nicks? Don't share your vision. Don't share your visions, really. I'm sorry, my ear is so itchy. I think it's the piercing. I don't know. But this is my rambling for today. I am so shocked that my prayer to reveal people took away people that I was a big fan of. Yeah. I hope this video makes sense. Okay. Bye, guys. Love you.